just subscribe below, and if you enjoy this, if you find it helpful, please leave a comment and give it a thumbs up.
Okay, allow yourself to just sit in a comfortable position. Just begin to relax a little bit. And just listen to my voice. You can be aware of other things as well if you want. And in a moment I'm going to run you through some techniques for removing emotion from traumatic memories. So as you just sort of sit there, listen to me and begin to just relax a little further. To start with, I'd like you just to think of somewhere you'd like to be, somewhere pleasant, somewhere calming, somewhere relaxing. Maybe on a beach somewhere, or taking a walk somewhere through the woods or a forest or something. Wherever it is that you feel relaxed. And as you allow your mind to go there, at some points during this, your instinctive mind, that part of you that swats flies out of your face without you having to think about it, the part of you that controls your breathing, your heart rate, sometimes that part will respond to what I'm saying faster than you consciously respond. So to start with, I'd like you to get a sense of a pleasant experience, something that's not too bad to think about, something quite pleasurable and relaxing. That's right, just get a sense of what you can see there, what you'd be able to hear, what you'd be able to feel. For example, if it was on a beach, perhaps you could see the waves lashing on the shore, hear them as they roll in, feel the sand beneath your feet, the warm sun on your skin. Maybe if it was walking in a forest, you'd see the glistening rays of light shimmering through the trees. Feel the warmth in the ground beneath your feet. Hear the sounds of birds and other animals. So wherever you choose to let your mind wander, just let a part of you go there now. And then find yourself somewhere there where you can just relax and listen to the things that I'm saying. And I'd like you to just think of a traumatic experience. And in your own mind, just rate it from 1 to 10, with 1 being you're quite happy to think about it, and 10 being that it makes you feel really uncomfortable, and you'd rather not think about it. And once you've done that, just begin to experience again that pleasant place that you've gone to, that relaxed place that you're in. And in a moment I'm going to ask you to think of that again. Only this time, when you think about it, I want you to get a sense of the feelings starting in your stomach, perhaps rising up and then spinning round forwards and then back into your stomach again. And this time get a sense of a colour that spinning can take, a colour that represents that traumatic experience and that feeling. Just take some time to do that now. Just getting a sense of that spinning feeling from your stomach up into your chest, then folding forwards and right back into the stomach again, almost like a wheel. And just get a sense of what colour it is as well. Then have that wheel spinning and spinning. Then what I want you to do is pop it out of your body. Just get a sense of it being pulled out from your body so it's in front of you, still spinning forwards. And then I want you to flip it over and change the colour to a calm colour. In a moment. So in a moment I want you to have it popped out of your body and flip it over. And change the colour to a calm colour. And really begin to spin that. So do that now. Flicking it out of your body, flipping it over, and then spinning it so it's spinning towards you in a calm colour, spinning faster and faster, whirring and really spinning faster and faster and faster. And just watch it spinning faster and faster and faster. Really hear it whirring and spinning. And then as it continues to speed up and whir faster and faster and faster in that opposite direction, going around and around and around and around towards you, then click it straight back into your chest again. Click it back and keep it spinning faster and faster and faster and faster. Really concentrate on that spinning. Faster and faster and faster. Really going for it, really spinning it faster, as fast as... That's right, the instinctive part of you can just continue to spin that faster and faster in that opposite direction with that new colour, in that new way. As consciously you can just continue to listen to me, just begin to follow the next set of instructions. So what I'd like you to do now is to imagine yourself sitting somewhere with a television screen in front of you. It could be your favourite seat or whatever you choose, and you've got the remote controls in your hand so you can control that TV. And at the moment I want that TV to have a blank screen. So just be looking at that blank screen. And in a moment what I'm going to ask you to do is I'm going to ask you to have in a moment the video footage of that old incident, that traumatic incident. Now it could be video footage of a whole day, of a week, of a month, of a year, whatever it happens to be. All that's important is that that video starts from a point where you felt calm beforehand, and either right up to a point where you felt okay afterwards, or it could be right up till now, to when you're listening to this. And before you press any of the controls to actually watch that video, what I'd like you to do is just get a sense of drifting up out of that body that's sat in that chair, that's watching that video. Just imagine getting a sense of drifting off out of that seat and off to the side, so that you're in a position where you can see that you sitting there in that chair, but you're in a position where you can't see what's on the TV screen. So as you drift to this new position where you're off to the side and you can see that you sitting there, but you can't see the TV screen, and just quickly get yourself into that position. And then what I'd like you to do is now watch that you in that chair pressing play. So that you in that chair can now press play and have that you off to the side there, watching that you in the chair, watching that video all the way through from the beginning all the way to the end, really fast, at a rate and speed so that it's all over and done with within 10 seconds. And doing that now, all the way through to the end. And once it's reached the end, that you in that chair, you can watch that you in that chair, pausing it at the end. And now I'd like that you that's off to the side to just drift and float through space, through time, into the TV screen, into the you that's paused at the end of that whole incident on that TV screen. And now I'd like you to take no longer than 5 seconds, when I say now, to rewind all the way back, so that everything goes backwards, all the speech is backwards, walking's backwards, everything is backwards, and rewind all the way back from where you are at the end, inside that TV screen, seeing what you saw, hearing what you heard, but everything will be backwards, all the way back to the beginning where you felt calm and relaxed, and you feel okay. To do that, now rewind all the way back to the beginning, so everything looks really, really funny, so everything goes really funny, all the way back to the beginning, all the way back, all the way back, all the way back, all the way back, really, really fast, all the way back to the beginning, that's right, all the way back to the beginning, and then pause, that's right. And now drift up out of that old movie, and just drift up and drift over, and just sink yourself back down into that seat, watching that movie, seeing that paused movie on that screen there. Paused at the beginning where everything was okay, nothing had happened. And this time I'd like you to take 5 seconds to fast forward the movie from the beginning all the way through to the end when I say now. Just having everything going forwards really, really fast, so the speech is funny, the speech is like Mickey Mouse. I'm talking like this, really, really fast, really, just like that. So just in a moment when I say now, fast forward all the way to the end and then pause it right at the end, and take no longer than 5 seconds to do this. Fast forwarding now, really, really fast, really, really fast, all the way fast, really, really fast. So this week, so it all sounds really all the way to the end. Then when you've reached the end, pause it again, and now drift up out of that seat again, and drift through space and time and float, and just drift into that you again in the end of that old movie. And as you drift into that old movie, I'd like you, when I say now, to rewind all the way back to the beginning again, this time taking no longer than 2 seconds. And do that. Now rewind all the way back to the beginning, rewind all the way back, that's it, all the way back to the beginning, all the way back, and then pause it right at the beginning. That's it, and pause it all the way at the beginning, that's it, pause it. And then just drift up again, out of that old movie. Drift through space and time and float and sink back down into that seat, watching that old movie. And now again, it's paused at the beginning. So again, when I say now, I want you to fast forward it again. Only this time when I say now, I want you to fast forward it all the way to the end and then pause it at the end, in no longer than 3 seconds. Doing that now. Fast forward really fast all the way to the end, really fast, everything talks like Mickey Mouse all the way to the end, really fast. That's it, all the way to the end, that's it. And then pause it. That's it. Now just drift up out of that seat and drift and float and sink back into that screen, into that you at the end of that paused old movie, you know, sort of old distant thing. And then just drift and sink into that old movie. And again, this time in a flash, so quickly, it's just that quick, just like a click, really fast, from the end of that old movie all the way back to the beginning, really fast, rewinding when I say now, then pausing at the very beginning. Doing that now, all the way back to the beginning, really fast, all the way back to the beginning, then pause it at the beginning, that's it. And now just drift up again out of that screen and back across through space and time. And now again sinking deeply into that seat and relaxing even deeper and deeper, perhaps with each breath or perhaps with each word I say or the spaces between my words. Just continue to relax deeper. And you don't have to give it any effort or even notice that it's happening. And this time, just in a flash, watch that old movie and fast forward all the way to the end. So it happens that quickly, just like a click, really quickly, from beginning to end. Do that now. And fast forward that quickly, all the way to the end, that's it. All the way to the end, that's it. And then pause it. And then this time again, just drift up and float into the end of that old distant movie there. And this time, rewind again, even faster still. Seeing if you can do it so fast you're almost unaware of any of the movie in between the beginning and the end. And do that now. All the way back to the beginning so fast that you're unaware of anything in between, all the way back to the beginning, that's right. And now finding yourself at the very beginning before anything happened. You were calm, relaxed, and then just drift up out of that old movie, that old distant movie, and just drift over and sink down into that seat watching that movie. And this time, once you've drifted over there and sunk down into that seat, just take a few moments to notice how relaxed you can feel. Maybe notice your legs relaxed, your arms relaxed, your chest, your back. Just notice how relaxed you can feel as you watch that old movie on that old distant screen. And just watch it, notice how relaxed you can. As you watch that through, just take maybe 15, maybe 20 seconds to watch that through and notice how relaxed you can remain at the same time. And as long as you continue to breathe, you can continue to relax. That's right. And as you watch that, I'll just talk to you in the background. And instinctively, what can take place is that you can begin to generalise what you can learn now. You can begin to generalise and learn that you can process any future memories or any future incidents that occur that have any similar styles of emotion, any similar types of emotion, in the same sort of way, that allows the recall of those memories to be recalled calmly. It doesn't matter whether you like the memory or don't like the memory, as a logical sort of opinion over morals and whatever. But at the same time, you can recall those memories calmly doesn't matter. And unconsciously you generalise to learn and to improve how you respond to things in the environment. That's right. It's like rolling a snowball down a mountainside. It starts off small and grows larger and larger and larger. Or it's like throwing a stone into a pond, where the ripples spread out and everything in the pond, under the water and on the surface changes, yet the surface still looks the same. Now I'm going to count from 10 down to 1. On the count of 1 you can open your eyes and feel relaxed and refreshed. And then I'm going to ask you again to just think of the old memories and to rate them on that scale of 1 to 10 again, so that you can notice the difference. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. You can become more alert, more refreshed. 2, 1. You can open your eyes and now just think for a moment about the old memories, those things we just worked on. Just think back and see if you can try to get the same sort of response from them. And again, just grade those memories. Just grade those memories and see where, on that scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being it doesn't bother you at all, 10 being most extreme, just see where it now falls. Just see which number is now. And the interesting thing is that after doing this once, your brain starts to do it automatically in the future. Not only does your brain start to do this automatically in the future, but the numbers will go down lower and lower each time, whilst at the same time you'll have some safety awareness. So for example, if you needed to learn something from the situation, anything you need to learn or anything you need to remain aware of for your own safety will have very little emotional content, but you'll remember it unconsciously.